Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and this afternoon, while I wait for the pizza to cool so I can sink my teeth into it, I decided to make a video. That's how little effort is going into this one. But I got a great replay from a match I had earlier today, and I just couldn't wait to share it with you. Now, this is not my first time trying to record this commentary. I did a commentary with Tank Baby in the room with me, doing her happy little screeches, and unfortunately I hadn't set the audio up correctly, so you couldn't hear any in-game audio. So let's go ahead and make sure that's cranked nice and high for you as I continue with the commentary. So welcome one and all. The Sherman Jumbo is sure to be no new introduction to most of you, but in case you didn't know, this is one of the most solid and reliable vehicles in the game, as far as if you play this vehicle right and you're not in a maximum up tier, you can have some fantastic results. The Sherman Jumbo is one of those vehicles that picks on vehicles that are not as strong as it quite effectively, but as soon as you start facing things like T-34-85s, which sit at a similar battle rating, at least to the point where you can see them fairly frequently as we take down that Panzer IV F2, who obligingly stopped for us to ammo rack him. If you face IS-1s and T-34-85s, things can get a bit difficult, but you can manage to penetrate their armor, especially using your very good APCR, which is decent at poking tiny holes in things, as long as the armor is completely flat. There's always like a teeny little space you can hit those Soviet tanks with. As the Crusader AA wisely slips below the horizon in order to position himself more toward my flank. Now let's talk about tactics. I'm going to be words. I'm going to be showing you guys some fairly reliable tactics for the Sherman Jumbo, and I've looked at the enemy team because this is arcade. We're grinding out Operation Summer. That's an arcade event, and that shot on the move goes right into that T-34's turret, almost wiping down all his crew. There's a Sherman Jumbo, and we take him down. That's the only other Jumbo in the match, at least on the enemy team. So taking him down is a huge boon for us. Fire on the move, and it looked from our screen like it went into the dirt, but it actually got an approving whiff of Stalin's mustache and passed directly through the frontal hull armor of that T-34, possibly through the MG port. I couldn't quite tell, but I'm nonetheless pleased with the results. So if you're wondering if it's worth it to shoot on the move in arcade with the Sherman Jumbo, with its fantastic reload rate, good post-pen qualities, and reliable armor, especially in a down tier as we find ourselves now, I recommend it. Now, our strategy was to secure our flank, that right side of the map that we started out on, and then work our way down the middle. And this ends up with you being just to the side of the enemy advance as they push through the middle, and I've found this to be one of the best ways to harvest kills and affect matches. I like to call it a medium flank. You ride one flank just a bit, and then you move just to the side of the central pushes. And you can see that we don't even have to rely on our armor here. We've taken maybe 1 or 2 hits, and at this point we're just making that 75mm spud gun sing. And we've bounced a few shots, but with the good fire rate of the Sherman Jumbo, the Cobra King, we have managed to take him down. I watched The Rock explain his role in the Scorpion King yesterday. I've been watching some movies on like acting and filmmaking, just because I'm interested in those things. I think actors are kind of vapid, self-obsessed people in general, and Hollywood is one of those environments that sort of promotes that kind of behavior. Oh, Sherman 2! The British Sherman repossessed as we take him down with a shot into his weak shoulder armor. The frontal side armor on the Sherman is, I believe, only about 40mm thick, and so there's a spot always where it's flat because it's rounded off. So if you aim for that part that's flat on to your shot, you'll be able to take him down. We fire some smoke here to cover our rear as we push aggressively into this M10, and at this point we're feeling very dominant. Now, what was I saying? Current events. I've been watching some movies on acting and filmmaking because I'm interested in that stuff. I want to make some movies with my Sunday school kids, and I got a camera. I want to do some recording, and we get taken down by a 1,000-kilo bomb from where? An ally. And he did apologize in the chat. The only thing that can take us down is friendly fire. And if you look at the map, you can see that our team is holding the crucial points of the map, and because the enemy team has to move in to refill that front line that I completely wiped out of existence almost single-handedly, thank you very much, that puts them at a serious tactical disadvantage, one from which they will not recover. And so we harvested a quick 10 kills. You may have seen, I don't think I showed this one to you, but I end up getting 12 kills in this match, and the enemy team never recovers. So this is pretty much the end of the action for us. Let's see if we can get a shot on that Sherman. Can't quite find him here with the shot indicator, but it's always worth it to take a chance anyway. You never know how things are going to turn out in arcade. That hit indicator is not the end-all be-all of how things are actually going to happen, and that applies to air battles as well. Anyway, guys, I always like to catch up with you at the end of the video, and we are winding down now. I hope to see you in the Discord. How's life been going for you guys? How do you feel about seeing some different kinds of content, some IRL stuff on Toshiothunder channel? My goal is to do something special for 200 subs, which we are quickly approaching, and that's not by any means trying to get you guys to convince you guys to subscribe to the channel. I've always noticed that the people who make that decision on their own and just like what I'm putting out tend to be my favorite people to hang out with anyway. So it's been fun connecting with you guys on the channel. I flew out with Oh Hi There. Was that yesterday? Last night? Something like that. And had a great time. Yeah, it was last night. And then we managed to take down the Flak 88 with machine gun fire, which is rather rare. Usually I have a really hard time penetrating the armor of that thing, but he was at an angle where we could punch through with the 50 cal, so I'm totally okay with that. Anyway, as things wind down, there's the end of the match. Guys, this one was a lot of fun. We made some great progress on Operation Summer. I hope you see how I've been doing things, just in case you've been frustrated. And I have a lot of experience in the Sherman Jumbo, so I can tell you with confidence that it's not an overpowered vehicle, especially once it starts facing things at a higher battle rating, where its cannon has a really hard time punching through their armor, and its armor is not so useful. But in a down tier, it's a monster, and it's one of those vehicles you can have a lot of fun with sometimes. Not always the case, but sometimes. Anyway, guys, I've rambled on long enough, and I really do need to get to eating that pizza. I can't afford to skip meals. Okay, maybe I can. I'm a little bit pudgy, but I'm hungry. Okay, guys, catch you later. Bye-bye.